Welcome back. With me right now is the new board president of GRF, Tom Circle. Tom has been with GRF this past year, and this time around, he was elected to be the director, the board director, as board president. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. I'm totally honored. Yesterday at our annual meeting, our monthly meeting, I began my comments thanking a lot of people for giving me this privilege to serve as their board president. I've been involved, of course, with boards. I was on United's and I've been on GRF. So I've been involved in the process quite a bit. What I'd like to speak a little bit about today was some of the things I shared yesterday with the community, of course, and with my board, is that my vision for the future of GRF and all the boards is to improve leadership. My vision is better leadership, treating Laguna Woods Village as a whole. I pledged things like integrity, unity. The community always talks about we didn't know anything, we didn't know this, we didn't know that. We have to be more transparent. We have to get more residents involved in what we do. I, of course, have made assignments for committees, and what I've told the committee chairs that I want at least 2 resident advisors with every committee. And I told the residents yesterday, and I'll remind them again, get involved.
Yeah.
Committees are where things happen. That's where people discuss views and give opinions, and they do research on different things. And then the committee, which includes residents, then they make a recommendation to the full board on a certain subject. Either it's a project or whatever it is. The work is done at the committees, and we need residents to come and get involved in that process. It's huge because it's really hard to reach out, to everybody. And so I've called upon them to help us with that. Plus, it's transparent. Residents are actually involved in the process. They know exactly what's going on, and so that's really, really important. And another thing that it's an honor to be on a board, to be on a committee, and we're going to stress some of that back to the community. The other thing I want to impress upon the board and the people is that we work for them. We need to know what they want, what you want, what's important in your life, and what's not so important. We try to make decisions because we all are residents, but we need more information from the stakeholders about really what it is they want and what it is they don't want, which will help us make better decisions in the future. I talked a lot about the responsibilities and the duties of the chairs of these committees. It's a huge commitment, it's a huge responsibility. They've got to oversee the discussions and recommendations and get people involved. That's very, very important. As part of that, I think that it's important that we stay in our lanes.
Right. Yeah, you mentioned that yesterday at the meeting.
A lot of people, they want to just solve everybody's problem, and I understand that, and I applaud that. However, if you're the chair of maintenance and construction and you have some community member that has a question about security, I'm telling them, please have them contact the chair of the security committee directly, so that, and you don't try to handle everything from every subject. I mean, there's no way that any human being could be the master of all of them.
Right.
And you also eliminate conflicting information. A lot of times working with the boards, when residents come and to speak to the board and to ask questions, they don't have the facts. They think, they've heard this. The rumor mill here in Laguna Woods is huge. I worked for a very large law enforcement agency in the past, and it was very similar in that conflicting information was given to somebody, and then that becomes truth, and the poor residents don't know what to believe. Well, we're going to work to try to make sure that people know the truth. We're talking about developing something about, rumor control and how to dispel rumors and tell the truth, and that comes with transparency and involvement. And I promise the citizens, the residents of this village, that they're going to get the truth,
okay,
and they're going to get transparency. They're going to get better leadership. One of the things that's very exciting that has started now is that the board presidents and vice president are going to meet monthly to discuss ways of working together, communications between the boards. Hopefully there's not competition. We have lots of people that say, well, I live over here, so this is the way it is over here. It's not that way over there. Well, we're all residents of Laguna Woods Village, and the presidents want to set an example of working together, which is really exciting. I've already had one, and we've scheduled the second meeting coming up here. It's very, very, very important. I think it's part of us being more professional, more responsive to the residents. And again, it sends a message to all the board directors. If the president's working together, then we all need to work together to improve the life here in Laguna Woods Village and to enjoy all of the wonderful things, amenities, activities. And that was our meeting. We did do some discussions yesterday about some projects, but it wasn't an overly busy meeting. We had a lot of residents talking about the upcoming pickleball project, which again is still being worked on. We're still looking at that. We're going to kind of take a different approach than we did previously. Obviously we're getting the other boards involved, the other directors' approvals and things like that.
And I understand with that there's going to be a meeting at the end of January. Am I correct?
Yes. We recently, last year, the boards all agreed that a project that GRF starts to improve a facility or build a new one, over 1,000 square feet and over $500,000 needs approval of the corporate members. And so we're going to work, our lawyers are going to work out exactly a process that everybody's happy, that meets all the requirements legally, ethically, and all of that. And we're going to make sure in the future that we do that. And in the end of January, we will be having a corporate members meeting, presenting the revised, I guess is a good word, pickleball project, to the corporate members, and they will vote up or down. And when we have large projects like that, we will have in place a procedure and policies that meet the laws and meet the needs of this community.
Okay, very good. And I know you'll be talking more about that as we get into January.
I will. And another thing is, I really appreciate coming in here and speaking with you and telling the community the exciting things we're doing. I look forward to doing that even more.
Well, happy to have you here again. I know you've come in several times before with the Security Committee.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, I chaired the GRF Security Committee for a year, last year. Yeah.
So it's good to have you here again.
Well, like
and
I said,
I like what you're setting the tone. In some ways, we've already seen that, especially between Third and United. Working on, for instance, the solar panels, and now they're working on the lighting together and things like that. So, we're beginning to see that come
both
together.
Both of the boards have taken that step.
Yeah.
And I praise them. The presidents, the two presidents, and also the work of Dan Kenny and the VMSI committee has just done some wonderful things with employees And again, we're going to work together. We're going to attack whatever it is together.
All right, very good. Always good to see you.
You too.
We'll see you again, I know, next
you
month
will.
for sure.
Yes.
You take care, and we'll be right back.